Spiritual needs is one of the most important elements of life a person needs. It is always backed up with spiritual authority, and this has been practical since 2016 when we received our Parish Minister, Reverend Michael Gichuhi Njige.
My name is Reverend Michael Gichuhi Njige. Jiggy was born in the year 1961 on 16th April. In addition to that, I want to say that I'm married to one beautiful lady, Alice Jerry Gichuhi, and we have together 3 children. Emily, my boy, who got married just the other day to Sam Kimui, and we have twin boys, Dennis Njige Gichuhi and Charles Gwandaro Gichuhi.
After completing his secondary school education, Reverend Jiggy joined the military to pursue a course in motor engineering. It is in the military where he got born again and later joined a company where he worked as a salesperson. It is also in the military where he got a calling to join the Holy Ministry.
At first, I didn't like to join the Holy Ministry because I felt it was too much work. I was already ordained as an elder, and so I was close to ministers of Word, Sacrament and Order.
Although he felt like ministry work was too much, he realized that he could not defeat God. Reverend Njige would take people through interviews to join the Holy Ministry, and it never occurred in his mind that he would one day sit for the same interview.
Before I joined Holy Ministry, after I left the soldierism, I went to a company by the name Camsons Limited, and that's where I worked for close to 9 years as a salesman. And so it was not difficult for me when I joined Holy Ministry to sell Jesus to people.
Selling Jesus to people was easy for him because of the experience he got while working as a salesperson. He did his necessary trainings in theology, and in the year 2004, he was licensed and ordained within a week at PCEA Kitengela, now known as Emmanuel Parish in Njoro. Since his ordination, Reverend Jiggy has worked as a parish minister at PCEA Kitengela, PCEA Nyamachaki, and PCEA Embakasi for 2 years before being transferred to PCEA Kitengela Parish against his wish.
According to me, I felt that I had to finish 5 years. But again, the call to serve made me agree to come. And so I reported in Kitengela on 13th of May 2016, and I've been serving Kitengela people for the last 5.5 years.
Reverend Njige is a thoughtful leader, a spiritual father, and a teacher whose sermons can never be forgotten.
I must say that Reverend Michael Gichuhi was a prescription for this parish. Spiritually, as individuals, even as groups, the parish has grown because he's an anointed preacher, teacher, and has a sense of humor even when he's articulating his sermons. He's a good planner, an organizer, a good coordinator, and he controls the activities quite articulately. He has been instrumental in so many groups with a lot of commissioning with the PCMF, the Women's Guild, the youth, the brigade companies, and so on.
During his term in Kitengela, the parish has experienced a robust infrastructural development.
We also have seen him in many infrastructure development in this parish. When he came, we had only 3 congregations, but to date, we have 6 congregations. He was instrumental in establishment of PCEA Ebenezer Church up to dedication, PCEA Bethel Church up to dedication, PCEA Neema Church up to dedication, and even the groundbreaking and the laying of the foundation stone of PCEA Bethsaida Church. We'll miss all these goodies as it transits to go to Juja Parish.
Reverend Njige will be remembered in Kitengela for a number of achievements.
We cannot forget, and we will always remember him for his wisdom and guidance when we were building our modern kitchen. The kitchen is a great resource to this church, and he was the brain behind it, and actually is the one who opened this modern kitchen.
And despite his busy schedule, he still dedicated his time for family ministry.
I would say that Reverend Michael Gichuhi is a spiritual dynamite, because the first day he reported to this parish, he embarked on visiting every family. And on average, he was able to visit 800 homesteads. Reverend Jiggy is a great man, full of energy, and I want to commend his family because of the support they have given him. Not one day he missed an appointment. He's very key on time, and I just wish him God's blessings, good health, even as he proceeds to the new station, Juja Parish.
At Ebenezer Church, he facilitated the growth from a semi-permanent Mabati structure to a permanent structure up to its dedication.
I have worked with Reverend Michael Gichuhi for the period of time that he has been here. And one major thing ambayo ninaweza sema kwamba nitamkumbuka mchungaji wetu naye ni jinsi ya kwamba alitutoa kanisa la mabati hadi kanisa la mawe ambayo tunaita permanent structure. Siku moja alitukuta tukifanya walls, na sisi hatukuwa tumekusudia kwamba tutafanya kanisa na likamilike. Lakini alipokuja akatupata in our humble beginning, then he took over na akaanza to direct, and his will, the zeal, the passion and dedication ambayo alionyesha in that first stage. Mimi ningependa kumtakia mchungaji wakati huu, kwa maana ni lazima aende heri njema na fanaka, na ninajua kwamba hata kule naenda Bwana atamuongoza. Nimeona Bwana akifanya kazi pamoja naye, na I know when he stand his ground, he maintain his ground, the Lord always back him.
As for the Neema Church, it was built from foundation to its completion in 42 days during the reign of this gallant soldier of the Lord, Reverend Njige.
Wakati mchungaji Njige aliingia, that is about almost 6 years ago, tulishikamana na tukaanza kanisa kule Neema Church, bapo ilijengwa na 42 days na ikawa ya kufunguliwa, na ni kanisa tunajifunia. Is one of the small but best churches that we have. We started tukiwa wachache sana, about 7 families. Today as we are talking, we have about 42 families. Tukihesabu moja kwa moja, we are about 122. With your honesty and from the bottom of our hearts, we'll never forget this a very vibrant minister.
Even though Reverend Njige is leaving before dedicating PCEA Bethsaida Church, he has left a great work of construction going on there.
He found our church, Bethsaida, being a Mabati church. He had been encouraging us and telling us we can make it. If we start building a stone building. And we have started, and we are about now 60% in the building.
Reverend Njige can be described by many words.
He is focused in the ministry. He is a humble man. He loves people. And he's a visionary man. What I can say about him as he leaves us, I pray for him for God's mercy and to have peace of mind as he goes to the other parish.
He is a mobilizer who works hard to achieve more through people. He is also dynamic in embracing new technology, which is vital in modern-day ministry.
He came to our congregation when we were really dependent. We could not be able to manage things on our own. We were relying a lot on the parish, but he taught us a lot of dependence. I remember the first meeting he came to our congregation, he had to help us do a fundraiser for just a cess of 7,000 shillings for church school. But one thing we've seen with him is a mobilizer. There's no time that we wanted to do something and he's failed to mobilize us. He guided us when we needed to do a solar project. He guided us on the right things to do. Even as he moves to Juja Parish, we want to say that to the people of Juja, you're getting a jewel, and he will walk with you. We will miss him. We will miss his sermons. We will miss his mobilization skills. And we pray that the Lord will continue to bless him, to walk with him just as he has done in this time that he's been with us. Thank you so much, and the Lord bless you.
We thank God. The inception of PCEA Bethel Church was initiated by Reverend Michael Gichuhi Njige. We thank God we started very humbly in a one single room, Mabati rented structure. And by the grace of God, we have built our modern sanctuary that was dedicated last year, the year 2020, in the month of February the 2nd. We thank God. It was built in a record 1 year through his leadership, through his mobilization of people to even get more leaders. We managed to get an elder, though we were too young as a congregation, and we thank God for that. We wish you well, Reverend Michael Njige, even in your new appointment at the Rebecca Presbytery, Juja Parish. The Lord be with you, the Lord lead you, the Lord guide you. May he go ahead of you and level every mountain. You are indeed a true leader, a true servant. May he continue to see you through in your endeavors. God bless you.
His love for children is evident. He has been intentional in raising spiritually empowered children and has been dedicating his time in the PPI program every Wednesday.
He has raised the PPI programs to a very high level. He introduced a slogan to all of us that says that we have only 2 schools in Kenya, that is PCEA Kitengela Township and the other schools. And that is a slogan that has enabled all of us, including our children, to be loyal to our school. For sure, he has left a good legacy in our school. One, he introduced a very strong pastoral team every Wednesday without fail. And every day on Wednesday, children have to take 5 points that they have to take home. He has been with us during very difficult moments, and every time we call him, he has been coming and supporting us. He has actually been volunteering fully in all the school activities. So, as a mentor, as a preacher, as a teacher, he has really inspired all of us to be who we are today.
We are 4 retired elders. We started a fellowship of our own with the blessings of our minister. We are a group that is very happy with the wisdom of the minister because he has us in heart, he strengthens us, and we feel that this is one of the ministers who really embraces the work that was done so many years by people coming to the retirement age.
As for me and Elder Solomon, he make our retirement so called that everybody is wishing to retire being with him.
Ours is to wish him the best of life, and I also believe when he retires, he shall come to join us.
Reverend Jiggy being a visionary man, he still had more intentions for Kitengela Parish.
We had intentions of starting a new congregation, Safaricom, and later on there came the corona issue, and we suspended that. We also intended to start another congregation, and that was Konza. We visited Konza town to start a new congregation, but again, also the corona interrupted that.
According to him, the greatest position that he has ever held is that of a parish minister.
The parish minister, that is the greatest position that I have ever held.
Apart from that, he has served as a clerk of the Nairobi Presbytery, as well as a moderator of the Presbytery in Joro in Kajiado. He is also the PCA chairman for the Nairobi region, a vice chairperson of NCCK at the national level, and the national chairman for NCCK in Nairobi County. Despite not having prior knowledge of Kitengela before coming, Reverend Njige still had the boldness to work in God's vineyard at Kitengela Parish.
One, I want to say that I didn't know Kitengela Parish, even where it was located. I can say that Mama Boy used to tell me it's in Kajiado. So I came as a blind person. I didn't know where it was. I didn't know what to expect. I didn't know anybody, not even a single person. I just came to serve. I told my people when I arrived that I don't have a chaba here. I don't have a shop. I don't have a workshop, hardware. I don't have anything, but I have come to work. And so I told them to be prepared because we are going to work. And work we have done by the grace of God.
After being in Kitengela for a while, he set for himself several objectives to achieve.
One is to bring revival to God's people, to see their lives grow, to show them the true meaning of our faith. That was my objective, that righteousness and holiness is the major thing in the faith that we are in. Number two, I wanted to see families stand properly. People who are together, the husband, the wife, the children, all growing together as we march on. And I know our people here can attest to that for the last 5.5 years, I've been talking about families. The other thing was to go out, to reach out. Again, I also wanted to bring structures.
Basi tungetaka kupresent hii strategic plan
because Kitengela Parish was one parish which didn't really have structures. They might have been there, but again they were not properly demarcated. I wanted to bring structures in a way that the church can learn, the institutions can learn even without much effort. And I want to say I'm humbled because as I leave Kitengela, the institutions and also the church, they all have structures that they can depend on. And again, I also wanted to make the youth stand properly. I wanted to show them that they can live in righteousness and also succeed in every endeavor, even standing tall in the faith.
Through his efforts, the youth and children ministry was made strong and vibrant through the introduction of youth and church school coordination offices.
I also wanted to have the children ministry standing so that all would be okay, because we are growing old and we need our children to take up the charge of propagating for this faith that we have been preaching to them about.
And just like any other responsibility, Reverend Njige has encountered challenges while serving as a parish minister.
One of the challenges is that people misunderstood me. The way I preached, the way I stood by the truth, and even demolishing some of the things they endured so much. But along the way, they came to realize what kind of a man I was. Second challenge is the demand. Kitengela Parish is a big parish. Together with our children and our youth, we are talking of over 3,000 people who depend on you. And it was tough, and it is still tough serving all these people single-handedly.
He has had his high and low moments while serving at Kitengela Parish. For instance, when we lost a child in our school and his assistant, Reverend Dr. Kifisho.
It was my worst. And I'm sorry for the family. It was not intentional, but that day still lingers in my mind. It was the worst time. The second worst moment that I have ever had in Kitengela was when we lost the Reverend Dr. Charles Kebisho Kariuki, who was an assistant minister in this parish.
He, however, shares his best moments with joy and excitement.
Yes, when we had weddings, mass weddings for 31 couples. That was the greatest time of my life in Kitengela. The second greatest moment was when we were given a trophy from the head office as the best improved parish in the whole of East Africa in the year 2019-2020.
Surprisingly, the Reverend also has regrets.
2 regrets. One is that I'm living without dedicating PCEA Kitengela. It would have been my joy to see that all the churches within this parish are dedicated. Regret number 2 is that I've been traveling in a jam from my residence to this place, and now the express highway is about to be completed. While I'm leaving, I regret it. They could have let me drive along that express highway. I would have felt good.
And to PCEA Kitengela Parish, this is what the Reverend had to say.
I want to wish Kitengela Parish a good time with the new minister who is incoming, and I'm happy, even as I introduce him, the Reverend Hezekiah Murage Muraya. He holds a doctorate. He's a man of researches. He really does research. Even his sermons are usually well researched. And I do believe that he will take Kitengela Parish to greater heights.
Your love and the blessed shall miss, not forgetting your Kutuwa. Your infectious smile we shall miss, your teachings and corrections we embrace. Among your many teachings, we shall forever remember the piccolo. Yes, it is through the piccolo that we learn that each one of us is equally important. Your living feels like a loss at Kitengela, but a celebration at Juja Parish. Indeed, Juja Parish has hit the jackpot. Kipenzi chetu rebo, hakika tutakumisi. Thank you.
You are God from beginning to the end. There's no place for argument. You are God all by yourself.